I'm being joined now by Kayode as we talk about what you have been saying on X. Kayode.
You, Jeffrey, means you. Well, let's start off with that big one. In a refinery to resume 60% production capacity by December. That's according to, the NNPCL. So this is what you were saying about this. Don't forget, there's a lot of backstory to this, but let's dive right into it. We begin with this one from Ajagun Shegun. It's a user on X, and this is what our first comment for the day has in it. It says, why should Nigerians believe Kaduna Refinery will start production capacity by December when Port Harcourt Refinery has failed to start operations following the FG's promise? So, as I said, there's a backstory to this.
I think some people are just saying, just get it done, stop telling us. It's as simple as that.
Because when you look at the Port Harcourt Refinery, so we looked at December last year as a start of date. Remember, the president has said it, the NNPCL GCU had said it as well. So December came and said, okay, you know what, we'll begin operations February because they got some barrels. And then say, you know what, we'll restart operations in April. And now they say, okay, we'll pick products this month. So perhaps that tells a story of the process. Again, you'll understand why a lot of people are so skeptical.
So it's simple. They are saying just be definitive. Know what you're doing, get it done, and stop bothering us with deadlines. Okay? It's as simple as that. Arakuni Labisi says, I don't want to be hearing or reading news about our local refineries. It has always been an effort in futility. You will raise people's hope and taint it all of a sudden. It's sad.
Well, Henro 006 says the same thing that was said about Port Harcourt Refinery, about resuming refining by December last year. Till today, that refinery has not produced a single cup of product. So, again, the way the refineries work, it's quite tricky. So I think the messaging should be clear enough.
Yeah.
Resume operation, does it mean we'll get the products? Does it mean they'll be trucking out? Because refining itself is a whole different process. You have to crack at different levels, put the additives, get maybe AGO first, then you get the aviation fuel and the rest before you get petrol.
So, simple. The Nigerians, when they hear refinery working, they want to see truck out.
Yep.
That if it's not truck out, don't bother them, all right? That's as simple as it is. Just a beep, we don't even have enough crude for just concluded Dangote refinery. Where will Kaduna refinery get its supply from?
Okay. Sanusi Altin says Nigerians are eagerly anticipating the commencement of operations of both Port Harcourt and Dangote refineries. Now Kaduna is added to the list of waiting game. So you can sense that skepticism from Nigerians. So this is the government and those in charge. Can you please surprise Nigerians this time?
Surprise Nigerians. Why? Ogun says, enough of promise. We are yet to see a drop of refined product from Port Harcourt refinery since December 2023.
So we move on to another issue. It's related, actually, and it concerns petrol supply. But from another angle, this one, Jeffrey, you took that earlier on, the Ipman Depot Owners Association, saying that depot chairmen, who obviously are the owners in that sense, they're saying that they will withdraw their services if some certain money is not paid. 200 billion naira, they say. So this user, GD Fanyi, says most filling stations in Onitsha are already locking up already. Don't know if it's hoarding of products or it's related to something else.
Clinton Nelson says they can go ahead and do so. We're all in this together.
Well, Chris Daramola, and just to put it in context, so this is not, they say, related to the current scarcity. If they go ahead with this, they say it might even get worse than it is already. But the next user says 200 billion naira debt in a country where crude oil is drilled, and then ends by saying, well, perhaps we have a long way to go.
Colin Zapara says, meanwhile, ordinary Nigerians are left scrambling to find fuel for their vehicles and generators, facing long lines and inflated prices at the pump. It's a disgrace that in a country rich in oil's resources, we still can't keep our own citizens supplied with basic necessities.
And Kenny Thema again, and I think people might think that this is what's causing the current scarcity. The current one is is coming from the NNPCL. At least Ipman and the rest have said that much, that they're not getting those products. So this next user says, but NNPC said it is because of logistics issues. So those are two different things, right? That's the current scarcity. And well, this user believes it is a lie. So where do we go to next?
Well,
the Senate.
The Senate.
Yeah, there was some not controversy, argument.
Argument, yes.
It was literally almost turning into a fight.
Yes.
And it was over seating arrangements.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday.
So basically what happens at the Senate is that they have what they call ranking members. Ranking members are people that have been there before the new ones came in. So they are arguing that as ranking members, after principal officers, their seats are arranged in front, the next set should be ranking members. So some ranking members found themselves at the very back. And they were like, no, I'm not a newcomer here. I am supposed to be seated as a ranking member. So there was a fallout. I think it involved the Senate leader, Kwame Bamidele, Danjuma Goje, I think one other senator,
Yao as well.
Yao and all of that. So it took the intervention of the Senate president to say, hey, guys, calm down. Okay, Emmanuel is responding to that fight over seating arrangement.
Says, there you go, the screen.
Okay, but of course, seats in the red chamber are a more urgent and pressing need than the biting petrol scarcity and power situation in the country. Well, so
I think Nigerians are saying, read the room. Read the room. Yes.
Well, they are fighting for their position.
Read the room.
Well, those are the stories we've been tracking for you right there on X. So, hey, but the conversation is a long one today. It's going to be a packed show, and it's all important, all of them important, or they call it issues of national importance.
Urgent, national.
Urgent or national? Is it urgent or national?
We have to put the urgent.
Okay. We'll take this break. When we come back, we'll start that conversation right here. Stay with us.
Absolutely.